Aspen University, CJ110, Introduction to Criminal Justice. My name's Andre Rosedale. I'm the instructor for this course, and this is Module 4, Discussion Question 1, which reads, discuss some of the issues related to ethnic and gender diversity in policing and suggest ways of addressing them. How do these issues vary from community to community? So basically, this question is asking you, what about ethnic and gender diversity with the police dealing with the public, the ethnic and gender diversity being with the public? And one of those answers is have like female officers handle female suspects, have one ethnic community be policed by members of that ethnic community, whether it be, Chinese American officers dealing with Chinese community, or American Indian officers covering reservations, that kind of thing. And I would like to hear your answer. I, of course, would like the APA reference as it would appear on your reference page. But I would also like to take this opportunity to address how that solution of having women deal with women and men deal with men doesn't really work, because there's hiring issues. Why don't more females apply to become police officers? Why are there not more minorities in policing? These are questions that I, as a 20-year plus police veteran, cannot answer. Job fairs, job posting, and recruitment all occur, and minorities and women are actually targeted. I live in the city I work in, and I try to get my neighbors and their young adult children interested in policing. I offer ride-alongs, inclusion in police social activities, and I conduct presentations in the local high school and community college. Policing as a career is not enticing. In my state, there is standardized testing from written skills, a physical agility test, and an oral board. A background investigation is then conducted, where the candidate's credit history is checked, neighbors are interviewed, and a criminal background is done. A polygraph and psychological testing then follow these background checks. Social media has been the end for many viable candidates. Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook postings have negative results. And then, after the hiring process is complete, candidates are sent off to a 6-month residential academy. And that's actually starting to change here in Connecticut. We're using local academies like New Britain, Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Stamford, instead of the Municipal Academy in Meriden. The academy is not difficult, and the standards have dropped off over the years, but many people just don't want to stay away from their families. After 5 o'clock, after dinner, you're cut loose, but you can't leave the campus. After the academy, there's a field training phase, and the proper field training phase is called the 16-week San Jose model. A lot of departments don't have that, but it's still 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. And every 2 weeks for a minimum of 10 weeks, or 8 weeks, a candidate moves to a different shift and a different field training officer. Upon completion of the field training program, rookie officers often go to back shifts to midnights for 8 to 10 years. Overtime is sometimes mandatory, and you work holidays, weekends, and in the worst weather. Natural disasters and civil disobedience requires more officers on duty and less time off. And for what? Low pay? Substandard retirements? Ungrateful municipalities that are also trying to save money by cutting benefits? And people who insult and attack you 1 minute and expect you to save them the next. All while having the potential to be exposed to horrific conditions like fatal car crashes, deaths, shootings, sex assaults, and very recently the opioid epidemic has exposed officers to fentanyl and dying from a drug that they've never used. Recruiting females and minority is not the problem. Recruiting enough officers to fill the ranks is the problem. And that being the problem, if we can't get females and minorities and we can't get just anybody to fill it, you end up with very salty old officers that are very hardened by what they've seen and what they've dealt with. And as society changes, but these officers don't change, they can't change because they're using different ways of protecting themselves, dealing with different ethnic minorities or dealing with different gender issues really becomes a problem. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you have a solution to hiring women and minorities in policing.